Hello, Heroclix land. Welcome back to Talkn Clix, where we celebrate the heroes of Heroclix. I'm your host, Wespool. With me, as always, is Scott the Missing Link.
Good evening, fellas.
Hello, Scott. Looks like you decorated your office.
No, I'm actually out in the kitchen area because my internet is still trash in my creature room.
Well, hopefully, we get to the bottom of that soon. We have a very exciting episode tonight. Who is our guest this evening?
Tonight we have Mr. Cody Mantei.
Hello, Cody.
Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to be on with you guys. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Thank you for being here. So, tell us a little about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from San Antonio, Texas, down South Texas.
I mean, it's not really South Texas, is it? It's more like Central.
Yeah. South Central, I guess, if you want to say. But the beach is only 2 hours away, and Texas is massive. So,
how far are you from Scott?
Roughly 2.5, 3 hours. 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, 3 hours, give or take.
So that's like this much of the map?
No. It depends on how.
About an inch, probably about that much.
Inch and a half.
Yeah.
Depends. Are you asking? How are you asking this, Wes? It's huge. It's huge.
Because Texas is massive on the map. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so 2.5 hours is about this much of the map.
A little more than an inch.
Yeah, it's about an inch and a half. But not too far.
My first question for you: are stones made of rocks, or are rocks made of stones?
Rocks are made of stones.
All right, just a puzzling question. Everyone needs to know the answers to.
Okay. Am I wrong?
No, there's no wrong answer.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually thinking about this one a little bit. I think it would have to do with the source of the item. If it's coming from the ground, it's a rock. If it's coming from
it's all come from the ground somewhere.
Well, if it's like inside a mountain or something, I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. Is there even a thing? What's the difference between a stone and a rock?
You're making us think too hard, Scott. This is not a thinking podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a Heroclix podcast where we talk about the heroes of Heroclix.
All right, Cody, when did you start playing Heroclix?
Well, I originally started playing Heroclix back in, I guess it was 2013 or 2012 when the Yu-Gi-Oh Heroclix came out. Because I was a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player. And the Yu-Gi-Oh! Heroclix came out, and I just learned about Heroclix at that time. Collected about every piece of all three sets of that, and then that was about all I played of Heroclix at the time, because then I was living in College Station, going to college at the time when that came out, and then we moved back home here in San Antonio, and didn't play at first when I first moved back, and then COVID happened, so then I couldn't play for a while because of COVID, and then I finally got back into it when Disney Plus came out. So I've been pretty serious playing since Disney Plus.
You're also pretty serious into judging, aren't you?
Yeah, I've gotten ever since Disney Plus came out and I started playing competitively and seriously again. I really got into learning everything about the rules, because I feel like if you really understand all the rules, it gives you an advantage playing the game. You know, it gives you foresight to know that if your opponent is following all the rules for one, and then it just helps you know everything that you can possibly do on any given terrain or map or situation. Like, it just helps to know all the knick-knack rules. And because I just got good at knowing those rules anyway, I started judging and helping out at a bunch of events when they need help. It's a lot of fun.
Scott, you talked about one time how you have to retrain or recertify for your job all the time. Are you ever done recertifying for Heroclix judging? Like, if it seems like you're just constantly having to learn new things,
There's
new rules,
all
new
the time,
concepts.
There's erratas all the time. You're never done.
It's keeping up with all the erratas. It's keeping up with, the different ban lists and watch lists and restricted lists for silver, for example. Erratas for modern, because sometimes they'll errata something pretty quickly when it first comes out. And then, sorry, I thought I heard my kids. Uh, but yeah, sorry, I lost my track of thought. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Do you have any nicknames or any military experience you want to share with us?
I don't have any military experience. I guess my only nickname would be Bubbles, but that's just because I like the monkey from Dragon Ball Z, the one in
Oh,
King
it's
Kai's
not the
planet.
rodeo clown Bubbles?
No, but that's it.
Bubbles. I can work with that. This is going to be a fun one. All right. Before the show, we were talking a little about your family. Tell us about your family? How many kids do you have, and do any of them play Heroclix?
Um, I have a beautiful wife, and I've been married to her for 11 years. We have two kids together. And, my oldest is 7, and my youngest is 4.5, both girls. They play a little bit of HeroClix with me when I get it out on the map, but we'll simplify it down for them. So I'll tell them, your figure can move 6 squares and then shoot me if you want. And then we'll just roll the dice, and I'll help them figure out if they hit or miss. She knows what shape change does, for example. She knows a couple of powers. But they like just looking at the figures and just playing them any sort of way we can just come up with other games with them too. We've used them as pieces for like Mousetrap before. That's pretty fun.
Oh, I used to use them for Candyland.
Candyland, that's a good idea.
Shoots and ladders.
So we'll use them for other games too, like that, to improve the game pieces. But other than that, not too terribly bad. But I've gotten into a habit lately of trying to pick up some of the comic books that come with that the sets are made about. Like I have the Jurassic. Here we go. I got the Jurassic League, so we went through and I read the Jurassic League comic book with them a little bit, and then I got the Strange Tales ones that we're going to start reading through. So that's been kind of fun.
Does your wife play?
No, she doesn't play. She does. She's not so much into a lot of strategic games or strategy things like that. I wish she would, but
how do you juggle the family and the wife and the HeroClix when you want to go play for a weekend or?
Well, fortunately, I'm able to. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so I get to watch the kids all the time. So usually, whenever a tournament or something comes up, I'm able to get away for that one weekend or whatever, and then I'm usually home all the time. So it's not usually too bad to get out and get away from for just a weekend or whatever.
That's not an easy job. Stay-at-home mom's not an easy job.
No, definitely not. It gets pretty tough sometimes.
Do you get to travel then much for events like to Worlds and H4H?
I'll be going to both of those. Those are going to be the only two I make to this year. I just had a bunch of expenses and stuff come up that I couldn't make. I go to the King of New Orleans as well, but I wasn't able to make that one this year. And
there's always Red, White, and Clix you can go to.
That one's up in Indiana, right?
Yep.
Where is that one at?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I'm south. That's really far for me, though. I'm South Texas, so.
Yeah, it's really far for you.
It's far for you too.
Yeah, I went last year.
Nothing's far when you have airplanes.
I would have to fly for that one because that drive would be pretty brutal.
It's roughly a 21-hour drive.
That's why you fly.
Yeah, I would have to fly to that one. Usually I drive to all the Clix events that I go to. I like having my own vehicle at the event. But that one would be too far. Yeah.
That's one of the problems I have is that we have one vehicle between two of us. So if I want to go to an event, I got to figure out how my wife and daughter get around while I'm gone.
Yeah.
Chain them up in the closet, Wes.
Hey, I said we have DoorDash. We have Walmart delivers groceries. Yeah. Like, you don't need a vehicle anymore. You stay home and have everything brought to you.
That's if you live where there's people.
Yeah, if you live, I live out in the country. I don't get any of that.
Yeah, me neither. Where's your local shop at that y'all play at?
I live a little bit outside of San Antonio, but I live down closer to Floresville, as a small town outside of San Antonio. But our local shop is up there in San Antonio. It's Alien Worlds up off of San Pedro in San Antonio.
All right, what's the name?
And we go up there. We go up there every Sunday and play at 1:00. So
did you go today?
Yep, I went today. I played Guardians of the Galaxy theme team today. And I played that last week too. It's been a lot of fun. I didn't use any of the newer pieces out of the 400 set, but I used Beta Ray Bill at 100.
Gamora is so good, and I love Baby Groot.
The Baby Groot's going to be fun.
The 400 set is just good.
I need to get the Con LE one that lets the little Baby Groots move another square. Because he's the one, he dances out of a pot or whatever.
Yeah.
And he has have as many characters as you want move one square. And then so you can get the Baby Groots to deal another damage if he's next to all those little Baby Groots. It was pretty fun. But it's a pretty big point investment to do that because you're already paying 100 points if you want 4 of those little Groots.
Yeah. And if you really want to make it good, you're not playing it as Guardians because you're going to try and put them on a Green Lantern like
exactly.
Kyle Rayner to just carry them out.
Yeah. You won't be playing them on a Guardians team. Yeah.
We're talking about your daughter's playing. I was doing a little research the other day about because we got G.I. Joe confirmed now. We got Transformers strongly suggested, not confirmed, but possibility. I started thinking about Hasbro's got these IPs. What else does Hasbro have that could be turned into Heroclix? My Little Pony is on that list.
That would be
we
good.
might get My Little Pony Heroclix eventually.
Look, there was a troll from HC Realms years and years ago when they had their April Fool's stuff. They had My Little Pony Clix as one of their trolls.
Well, they put the fuzz on Kong. They could put the hair on the My Little Ponies.
They could do the tail fuzz or on the mains or whatever. That'd be good.
That just be a bunch of 2x1s with magical powers. It works.
Just need to cut some of my hair off for them.
So, do you have any significant victories under your hat?
I guess my biggest significant victory would be King of New Orleans back in 2024. Yeah, 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I won that tournament, and then I was top 4 in Oklahoma States once, top 8 in Texas States once. I've been top 32. I was top 16 at Silver Worlds this last year. I missed top 32 in Modern. But I've done pretty fairly okay in tournaments.
Okay. Why have I never got to play you? Because you're judging every time I'm there.
It seems like when you come to the rock tournaments in Texas, I've been helping judging some of those lately. The last 2 I did.
Every single time you're judging, I'm like, I never get to play Cody.
Sorry.
So would you rather win Worlds once and then never make cut again, or just consistently make cut but never make it past the top 8 forever?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I think I would rather make top 8 every time.
That's how I feel, because then I'm at least enjoying every tournament instead of just one massive one and then just slop the rest.
You said it's just Worlds. You didn't
never make cut again? That would be horrible.
Never again or never at Worlds?
Never again.
Oh, no. Well,
I think, winning Worlds is already incredibly tough because, you have to be a really good player and know everything that's going on in the meta and stuff at the same time as having a little bit of luck on your side. So, I don't know if I know it's a long shot to win Worlds, but being top 8 every time is excellent because Worlds is the greatest competition. It's a big tournament every year. It's so fun to go play.
All right. Are you part of a Heroclix team?
I am part of Heroclix team. I'm part of Earthbound and Down. There's quite a few of us in Earthbound and Down. There's Matt Donham and Kenny are the guys that started it, I believe. But we also have Aaron Morgan is part of it, in and out. Not in and out, but he's part of it.
BZ.
Scott, you're part of it, yes.
I am in there, yes.
And then Asiel from
Alpha Strike.
Alpha Strike is on there.
Yeah. Former guest Rico Azul. Former guest Brevin. He's now a part of it.
Is there anybody on the team we haven't had on the show?
Yes, there's several.
Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty decent team too. I mean, a lot of fairly good players.
I don't know if we're any good or not. Like, we do all right in a pinch.
Yeah, we do pretty good at team. I feel
like if you stacked up every state versus another state, that Texas overall has a good showing.
I think Texas overall, not just Earthbound and Down, because there's several players in Texas that aren't on Earthbound and Down, but Texas in general is a pretty tough state. It's one of the top markets in the country as far as the skilled players that are in the group that show up at the rock tournaments and states and stuff like that around here. The I-35 corridor, and then the Houston guys that come over. It's pretty stiff competition right there.
You guys know how in like role-playing games, when you're building a character, sometimes you take some points from wisdom and put them in strength, or put it in speed and agility, that kind of thing. All right, so if you're building a Heroclix player, are you putting more stats into luck or skill? Would you rather be lucky or good?
Well, if you could max out, let's say if you were going to max out your rolls to where you're always going to roll a 10, I think that would be pretty nice. So, like, I don't know how good you have to be if you're going to roll a 10 every single time. You have to have some basic skills, but if you're always going to roll a 10, I think luck has a big part to do with the game, but a big part of the skill comes in maximizing your probability to succeed. So, but if you had to max out one or the other, I think I would max out probably luck, because then, let's not roll any crit misses or anything like that. Probably would be nice.
Yeah, it would be real nice not to roll crit.
Or always hitting super senses. Let's say your super senses now works on 2 through 6.
I would still miss.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, just to back it up, you wasn't there at Texas States this year. In one game, I had 4 crit misses, and they were passing out stuff out of the Prime Sentinel, or the Sentinel prizes.
Yeah.
I got 4 prizes out of that one game because of 4 crit misses.
Well, there you go. It worked out.
Got me a nice Halt Mutant and a better Bastion, and
it sucks to suck sometimes. I mean,
an upper body. I mean, I got some good stuff for rolling crit misses.
Upper body's good.
Yes.
Upper body's fantastic.
Do you tend to only play with figures that you own personally, or do you just plan on borrowing stuff as you need to for an event?
I tend to try to only get figures that I know I'm going to play quite a bit. We have a decent group here in San Antonio where if we need something to borrow, we'll borrow with each other. And but I have a pretty decent collection that I can pull from to play with. So it's I try to get my own stuff for the most part, especially if it's the more common stuff like Halt Mutant and all this stuff that comes out that everybody's going to use all the time. I'll make sure I get that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll borrow things if we need to. But the only times I really need to borrow something if it's something super expensive and I'm only going to use it for one event, like at Worlds or something. If somebody has it, then I'm not going to want to go and get it. Like, I don't know, a Rogue Prime, for example. If someone in our group has a Rogue Prime they're not using and somebody wanted to use it, I would borrow that rather than go get it. Because if we're trying to play more casual at the shop, I don't always try to get every meta piece or whatever that we need. Like, we'll play what we have. Like today I played Guardians of the Galaxy just because it was a fun team. And that team is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
They boost each other.
Do you prefer the casual or the competitive? I mean, I know one leads to the other in a sense.
I really prefer competitive. I like being really competitive, but it's nice to do when it's just local at the shop to play as casual as I can. But it can be tough sometimes. At first, especially last year, we all tried to make it a point to try to dial it back at the shop a little bit because we were all playing too meta too much. and it was a little tough to dial it back because I felt like I wasn't fully maximizing my teams per that event or whatever. But it was getting to a point where we would chase away some of the guys that just wanted to play casually, and we don't want to do that so much. So we tried to make an effort to dial it back a little bit. But
it's nice once you have that dial in.
Yeah, I'm finally getting like this. It feels good when like the Guardians of the Galaxy team for it. I keep talking about it, but that's just what I played today. It's a good example of something that's pretty good, but it's not too squishy, but it's not too powerful either.
Yeah, but it's like on a low level, and if you want to play it hard, you can maybe compete with some light meta teams, but it's not going to win you worlds with it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that goes back to you got to play it well. You still have to play good Heroclix to make them, maximize them as much as you can.
When a new set comes out, how much do you usually buy? A brick, case, just singles?
You always try to do the pre-release and the release, so that gets me, and I usually mulligan almost always. So I get like 6 to 8 boosters between the 2 weeks of doing that, and then from there I usually try to just buy singles and trade for anything else that I may want out of the set besides the 6 to 8 that I initially buy.
So you're not a completionist.
No, I try to just buy the stuff that I know I'm going to use more often because Heroclix is expensive. If you try to be a completionist, you're going to be broke. Or not broke, but it costs a lot of money.
You donate a lot of plasma.
It definitely costs a good bit to be. I started off being that way where I felt like I had to collect a lot, and I have still a lot, but it's not a completionist as much anymore. I got rid of that attitude probably about a year in, and then started just buying. At first, I started buying the CURSR sets, so I would get all the common and uncommon rares and super rares. But then even after just doing that, I was like, there's so many super rares that I don't play. So it eventually just got to where I would really just research the actual set on HC units and figure out which ones I would actually use. Because at first I didn't know what my playstyle was or what type of figures I would look out for. And it made it rougher to know what I wanted to collect. And nowadays, it's easier for me to look at a figure, what it can do, and how many points it costs, and know if I want to pick that figure up or not, if I just based on the keywords, if I'm going to like it or not. Because I play a lot of ruler and scientist and, stuff like that. So the keywords, if it matches and they're pretty decent, that makes it easy to figure out if it's going to be a figure that I want to play or not. So
what about the figures that you feel like, okay, this isn't what I'm looking for? I want to say that I was completely wrong on Scarab. I thought Scarab was just going to be a flash in the pan. Scarab was great. I was wrong on Scarab.
Wonder Woman Scarab?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like Scarab, I missed on that. And if I pulled a Scarab, I was going to trade it away for something else that I wanted because I didn't think Scarab was going to be that good. What do you do if something like that happens? He's not going to be that good.
If I get a good figure or a chase and I trade it away and it ends up being really good later,
yeah,
what do I do?
You gonna track it back down? You're gonna?
Yeah, sometimes it depends. I'm trying to think of an example for me that might have happened with.
You meet him outside with a lead pipe.
It's not so much that for me. Sorry. For me, it happens the other way around sometimes where I'll overestimate a figure and I'll track it down and then it won't end up being as good as I wanted it to be. That happens more often than the other way.
I do that quite often. I still will die on the hill that Wolverine Pool is good. Charge, Flurry, Giant Reach 6. That can't be bad. There's something there. I just haven't tapped into it yet.
His points are a little bit high for getting that ability for only the first 3 clicks. That's what I think it is. Because I think he's good too. He's got, I think it's a 10 square reach total.
Yeah. I think it was Scott Crampton that said this on his podcast a lot. We've gotten so spoiled that unless a figure has 3 clicks of auto win we're like, oh, it's not good enough. It has to be stupid broken for it to really be meta
Yeah.
anymore.
Or things like I like to play Spot a lot, so um, he's just fantastic. I think he's my favorite HeroClix piece ever.
You don't like Spot, Scott?
I'm not a Spot fan. And okay, in comic books, in the movie, he was way overpowered. He in the comics, I don't think he's that powerful. So if they're following their source material, he's kind of just a weirdo.
I really liked him ever since the episode he was featured in the original like 1994 or 1995 Spider-Man animated series, and he had one episode on there that was, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 when that came out. And
Oh,
I've liked
six,
Spot.
seven.
I've liked Spot ever since then. So even the old Spot, the one from Spider-Man Venom and Carnage or Absolute Carnage, I played that one before this one came out, and I used to like that one. So it's really cool they ended up working together
A
in
little
Silver.
very too well, I think. All right, you think you're a better builder or a better pilot?
Ooh, I'm a better. It depends if I built the team. If I built the team and I know exactly why everything is on the team, I can pilot that team very, very, very well. I'm a really good builder. I would say I'm a better builder.
So if y'all had a game at the shop where it's like you build a team and then when you sit down with your opponent, you swap teams, do you think you could figure it out?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in my abilities and my fundamental play. Like I'm pretty skillful as a HeroClix player. I would say like coming into just playing HeroClix. I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh you have to learn quite a bit of stuff to play that game really well. I'd like to play chess too. So between the two of those, between the deck building of Yu-Gi-Oh, I was able to bring that to team building of HeroClix, and then chess I think really helps because you have to know, you have to be like 2 or 3 moves. You have to think 2 or 3 moves ahead for chess. So I feel like that really helps in HeroClix because you have to know which figures or the order of your actions when you're doing a HeroClix game too. So
I got a judge question for you.
okay.
As a judge, do you prefer when games finish before time or when they go to time?
I'm indifferent really on that. Like, because there's never going to be a time when all the games end early. And I mean, if that was the case, that would be cool because then we could just go to the next round. But
So it's no smoke break right now. Be like, sorry guys, we're going to go take a smoke break. We got an extra 10 minutes.
Sometimes in sealed that'll happen if everybody because there will be lopsided matches in sealed every once in a while, and everybody will end early, and then you can get the next round going or whatever after everybody wants to take maybe a 5 or 10 minute break. But I'm indifferent about it going to time. If you have a big enough field, it's going to go to time anyway. Somebody's going to go to time. So,
What do you enjoy more, playing or judging?
that's a good question because I really like judging, and I like playing too. I like to balance it out, and it's been really nice in HeroClix since I started balancing it out. Because I would get too stressed if I was just doing tournaments all the time, and then judging also helps see some interactions and some good judge questions about interactions that I wouldn't have thought of on my own. So that gives me another window to peek through about seeing what other people are coming up with ideas and good interactions that may come up with good questions that might transfer to another type of figure or whatever. So overall, I like mixing it up. I don't think I would like playing again full time, and I don't want to go judging full time. So like Worlds, I'm not gonna ever judge at Worlds. I don't think that's one I'm always gonna want to play at. But for like Rock Cup, I'm gonna be judging at Rock Cup, so that'll be a lot of fun. So that balances it out there. I get to see everybody at a cool big event and judge, say hi to everybody, and then get to play against everybody at Worlds just a little bit later. So it works out.
Nice. All right. You prefer a more aggressive or defensive play style?
I prefer aggressive because if you're going to play aggressive, you're going to know if you're going to win pretty quick. You're either going to go in and you're going to win pretty quick, or you're going to lose pretty quick. But you're going to score more points typically when you're aggressive. So if you're going to go play at some of the bigger tournaments or more important tournaments, I would say you want to focus on scoring as many points as you can, because that cut sometimes can. I've missed cut by 30 points, 40 points before. I've missed cut by 15 points before at some of the bigger tournaments.
So at Red, White, and Clix, they had a tie at cut.
It's always maximize your points.
It was brutal. They went to the difficulty of schedule after the tie.
Oh.
So it was a weird interaction that happened at Red, White, and Clix.
I don't know how else you would go about a tiebreaker from there. Like, strength of schedule. Yeah, makes sense.
Is there a proper way to open your Heroclix boosters?
I open them from the bottom because I like to keep them for the shelf. I have it's almost all of the empty ones that I've opened since Disney Plus, or one from each set.
Oh man, back in the day when they had different covers on each one, like there'd be 4 or 5 of them to make one.
Yeah, so you'd have to get 4 of them to get the picture of the front. Yeah.
All right, guys, follow me on the conspiracy train. Do you watch Scott Porter's unboxings?
Yeah.
Okay. So
after the fact,
I haven't seen this one.
He always every time he pulls a chase on the last day, on day 5.
Yeah.
Does Wizkids tell him where it is, or does he pre-open stuff and repackage it before he records?
I mean, I'm almost pretty certain he peeks in to see what.
There's no way that's blind.
Okay. No, absolutely not. He's saving. I mean, yeah.
So maybe in more of the recent videos, he's getting a chase on the last day. But used to, he would pull them, open it up, and be like, "Yeah, we're gonna save that one for later."
I've almost seen every single videos every single unboxing that he's done. It's pulled on the last day, so I would go. Yeah, I don't think it's Wizkids telling him. It's got to be him just looking in there and seeing which chase he's got, because Wizkids has done a lot better about having a chase per brick or whatever. So
I hadn't watched one in a while, and I just kind of fast forward through it. Does he still cut the tape on the box?
I'm not sure.
This last one, at least, he was pulling from the bottom. He doesn't,
because he's getting smarter. Good job, Scott Porter.
Yeah,
well, I know one time he cut his finger.
Even on my even the Con Elite boxes, I'll open them from the bottom so the top doesn't look like crinkled whenever I have it on the shelf or whatever.
No. Just no. All right, so in team building, you guys both said you like aggressive teams.
Yeah.
How, in the thought process of team building, from ground zero, do you plan on having X number of attackers, and what power set do you want to have on the team? Like, I know that there's going to be things that shift that a little bit, but in general, when you're dealing with, are you expecting to have 2 or 3 attackers? Prob, perplex, outwit. What powers are you going to have?
Well, for me, I always make sure, like, I have a checklist of powers that I have to have. Almost every team, you need to have perplex. You have to have prob. You need to have leadership, outwit. You know, the basic powers. I think I figure almost.
I want to disagree. You don't have to have leadership if you know how to run your team at 3 actions.
It depends on how many. If you only have 3 figures on your team, you don't need leadership, I wouldn't think. But it still helps with token removal too.
Outwit's situational because it only works on an opposing character. Perplex is the key here. You have to have perplex.
I think you have to have at least 1 outwit. There's always going to be somebody you can outwit. I think it's pretty foolish to not have at least 1 outwit on your team.
I mean, I can see it, but if I have to pick one, it's going to be perplex. I want more perplex than I have outwit.
Oh, you got to have both of them. Got to have them both. Got to have leadership. Got to have prob. Got to have outwit.
I don't think I got to have leadership.
Got to have TK. Got to have a bunch of sidestep pieces so they can move a bunch. I like my biggest thing for teams. So you were asking about teams. It's not necessarily about how many attackers. You always want as many attackers as you can. So for me, it's about how many good attackers can I get or how many attacks can I make per turn and still have, all those powers on my team? Because I feel like all those powers make you function through whatever situation you're going to come up with. Like, I think hypersonic super strength is a combo that you have to have on your team to be able to just hypersonic pick something up and then drop it in one action. I think it's important to have all that stuff on your team. I keep losing my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Is there a power that used to be more important to you that you've just changed your mind on that's not quite as vital as it used to be?
I guess Pulse Wave I need to use again more. I think one is, it's one that's gotten away from me. I've started using it a lot less, but it's a very useful power. And
it's a very useful power, but it has stop clicks that mess with it. It has PJ Lucas Scott Pog that still mess with it.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, kill the Pog first. Like, when I'm looking at teams, high mobility is my biggest thing that I'm looking for. So, like, Spot fits that very good. So I really want figures that can do high mobility. So if I can get, you got one figure that's bugging me, like Lucas Scott PJ, for example, I want to kill that. I'm going to have something that can reach pretty damn close to cross map to be able to deal with whatever your little problematic piece might be that's stopping me from doing what I want to do. So,
okay, as a player, you want to be able to cross map. As a judge, do you think cross map in turn 1, turn 2 is in one turn cross map and kill something is feasible for the longevity of the game?
Is it good for the game? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Probably not good for the game, no. But so one thing that I've thought about, if you win, I don't know if it would be good or not, but maybe to help with the stopping Alpha Strikes from coming, if they roll and win initiative and they choose that they want to go first, so you're second player, but you were forced to be second player, I think you should be able to choose map and the side of the map that you start on. So if you're forced to, like, if you would lose initiative and they're choosing to they're going to hit you first automatically. Like, so many teams can get across map and hit anybody they want. I feel like the second player might benefit out of choosing map, but also choosing the side of the map to help, you would keep them at bay.
Pick something with a little bit of blocking or something to stop them from getting there easily.
But I only want that to be, my idea would only be to have that if they chose to go first. Like, you can't just roll, win initiative, choose to go second, and then pick a side of the map. Like, then it would just be the way it is now. But I feel like if they want the alpha that badly, then you should be able to choose what side of the map you want to be on. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I can already tell your play style or your preferred build style is not going to be tentpole or one-man army. You want something that's got some layers to it.
Yeah, I like a lot of functionality, a lot of layers. I don't like tentpoles. I'm sorry. If you just run into a bad matchup or get hit with, I mean, there's a trick arrow right now. If you get hit with it, you can't attack next turn. So, like,
there's a one shot that just says, you're immune and you can't do anything.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're immobile. Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of the question. I had a thought in my head and I lost it as soon as it caught in my head. All right. So what something that Scott said a minute ago about health of the game. People throw that term around a lot. They say Beetlejuice isn't healthy for the game. One shots aren't healthy for the game. This is healthy for the game. What does that mean? What is healthy for the game?
Yeah, that's a person's perspective on what they want.
I have a hard time defending that because I think healthy for the game is more of a what's the word I'm looking for? It depends on your perspective. Because, like, for me, I prefer to have a lot of free actions because that's the way here Wizkids, has made the game. They come out with all these figures and incorporate all these free actions into the figures. I don't think it's healthy to come out with just one figure that map wide stops half the game. So my opinion, is because I think it's just opinion. Health of the game is just an opinion overall. It depends on what you call balanced, because I think balance is what it all comes down to. And if something is overly powerful and tips the needle from being balanced to too much this way, like I think Beetlejuice, for example, takes away not only free actions like, I don't know, TK is free and stuff, but it takes away just sidestep or wild card or charge and punch a wall. You can't even charge and punch a wall with Beetlejuice on the map. I think it just takes away too many fundamental game elements of the game. So I think he bends and tips the scale a little too much as far as balance. So I think he's a little unhealthy for the game. But that's my perspective. So
I mean, it goes both ways, though. I feel like Beetlejuice being unhealthy, yes. The Sandman and Mysterio still unhealthy, yes.
Yeah, it's unhealthy, yeah, because you're going to have too many free actions, you're going to be too far that way, like you're saying. But I think Beetlejuice map wide turning off half the game isn't quite right. I like what Wakanda Hulkbuster is a little bit better of a way to do it, because
Tri-Sentinel's fun too.
Which one?
Tri-Sentinel.
Oh yeah, see, because you take one penetrating, I think, right?
You get to do it once per turn, but yes, it's one penetrating damage.
Yeah, if you're within his range and do it, right?
Yeah, range and line of fire. So I mean, his range is still protected unless he's outside of the bubble where Sentinel can see him.
Yeah, so I mean, I think as far as health of the game, it just comes down to balance and what your opinion on what balanced might be.
Okay, so in that line of thought, are one shots good for the game? Are they healthy for the game?
Loaded question.
It is a loaded question, because I like the idea of one shots, but I think some of the effects of some of the one shots have been a little too powerful.
Absolutely.
So, so I think tarot cards are probably a good example. Like they're trying to maybe do something a little along the lines of what tarot cards were doing, except they're not just always active. They're just being triggered by certain events happening or whatever, or you can choose when to activate them. But I think some of the effects, I think what they're trying to do with the one shots is good, but some of them are knocking that balance out. So I think those ones that knock the balance out are a little unhealthy. Rivalry
the same way back in 2005, man. 2005.
It's been Heroclix the whole time I've been in Heroclix. There's always something that's overly good that's knocking
feats in battlefield conditions where like, oh my god, what did I do? And they put a limitation on what you could have.
That was before my time. But resources are another example. Like resources, some of them were pretty okay and not too bad. But then you had like the Phoenix one that was pretty ridiculous.
No, the Phoenix one was actually very well balanced out of the ones that they had around the time. That bad belt was gross.
Oh yeah, the bad belt.
The Book of the Skulls and the Seven Deadly Sins, those were gross. The Phoenix Force was you had to pay a pretty penny and you had to actually massage it to get what you wanted out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here checking and the sky isn't falling yet.
Look outside.
Now, I feel like, my opinion on one shots, I'm not a huge fan, but at the same time, it's because of the way they're making them right now. There are certain one shots that are very specific to certain situations, situationally specific. Like if you're building your team around knockback and there's a one shot that makes knockback better somehow or something like that. But then they also have cards that just say, you can't hit me, or I automatically hit you, or you're immobile for this turn. It's too general and good for every team. I think they should be more geared to very specific mechanics and very specific teams. So it has to fit with a team. You just can't put this 10-point card on any team and make it work.
So what you're saying is that Wizkids needs to potentially have a fix, which I have an idea to fix it. If you put characters keywords or character names on the cards that can use the one shots.
Like equipment.
That would be
yes.
kind of like getting equipment for free with the keywords.
Yes,
Yes.
but this would be only for those characters that can use it, not just like equipment. Be
Yeah,
like,
like
hey,
this, so like
here's your 12 points and you get an exo specs. I know you're
Yeah.
blind, but you get exo specs.
the Sentinel, the new Sentinel ones, for example, only work with X-Men or whatever.
Yes. Something
see
of the
that.
sort. I think that would be a good fix for all the one shots that they have. They could even remake them. Make you more money, Wizkids. You're welcome.
All right, Scott, circle this day in your calendar because we 100% agree on this.
That they need names on the cards to be used?
Yes. I think that would be a perfect workaround to keep the powerful cards, but make them specific to certain figures.
What you're saying is I need to put on my calendar that Wes finally agrees with Scott on something.
That Scott was right about something.
Would that be too entirely different than like the mystical ones already getting 3 for free? Or
No. They get those for free. I'm saying that they could be the only ones that trigger them.
Yes.
For them.
yeah, you would still. I think it would still migrate into being. You would still get teams that emerge.
Yeah, you would get teams that emerge from it,
Yeah.
but it would also have to sway the build. Like theme teams used to sway the build a specific way. This would again sway the build into those specific characters.
Yeah.
And do they actually work well together? That's for the players to figure out once they start building that way.
And then you have keyword cheating and stuff like that.
No, that's the reason you put character names on the cards specifically, unless you have some generic ones that could be used by multiple people.
Yeah.
All right. If you had an alter ego, who would you be? Okay, let's rephrase this. If there was a superhero that had the alter ego of Cody, who would that superhero be? Who would be lucky enough to be you under the mask?
I don't know. the guy from Jumper. We're just gonna go with that. The one that can teleport everywhere. He's not a superhero, but if you've seen Jumper, the main character of Jumper that has the teleporting powers, I would like to be him. That would be cool.
All right.
Love it.
So in general, not just Heroclix, but in general, in comics, DC or Marvel?
Ooh, more Marvel, I would suppose. DC's great too, but other than Batman and Superman, I don't know. I don't get into DC as much. I like Marvel storylines just more in general. But I got more of my exposure was to the MCU before I got into Heroclix and into comics in general. So I haven't read that many comics yet.
All right, so since you went Marvel, I'm going to ask you a DC question.
Oh, okay.
Which Lantern Corps are you getting indoctrinated into?
I get told that I'm the yellow one quite a bit. Like there was a guy in our play group that used to always tell me to wear the yellow ring. He was like, "Here you go, good luck. Wear this today," because it was, I guess,
Because you're scary.
It's scary to play against me, or I want to make it feel like it's scary to play against me.
I feel like you're a blue. Just in the way I know you, I feel like you're a blue.
A blue?
A blue. You have hope. You bring hope.
That's fair.
And you enhance the green.
Fair. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know the rings too well.
Well, the green supercharges.
I know.
Excuse me, the blue supercharges the green so that they're more powerful.
Oh, okay.
If a symbiote were to merge with you, what would your symbiote name be?
I'm sure there's a Facebook thing that'll tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
All right, who's your favorite Marvel villain?
Probably Ultron. I like Ultron quite a bit.
And favorite Marvel hero?
It's still Ultron.
Well, my very first favorite, it was Spider-Man, because I just grew up watching that animated Spider-Man, the 1994 series. So that was my first big introduction into Marvel in general. So I guess Spider-Man. I would go with Spider-Man. Spider-Man and Iron Man are both really up there for me, but Iron Man is more so just because of the MCU since 2008. So,
All right.
and then I like Scarlet Witch quite a bit.
Can Ultron defeat Magneto?
Let me get that.
Nice.
Man,
Can Ultron defeat Magneto? Probably
Yes.
not. He's made of metal. I think
It depends on how you
Magneto
look at it,
can-
because he's not just the body. He can download himself into the World Wide Web, and then he's everywhere.
plastic robot. Well, I mean, Magneto can just EMP the planet.
Yeah, I was like, can Magneto EMP blast the planet?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Magneto would beat Ultron.
Yep.
All right, you're traveling to a major event. What is on the radio that you're listening to?
I like to listen, as far as music goes, I like to listen to 80s rock is my main go-to for music. But then I throw in like 90s and 2000s pop and stuff.
So he's going from hair metal to
No, it could be a wide range of things. I grew up listening to like 90s country, and then just in middle school and high school started listening to, like Green Day and Creed and.
So you're going from hair metal to like George Strait and Randy Travis to Britney Spears
to Queen to Bon Jovi to it could be a whole range of anything in the car.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
I'd like to listen to Degeneration Clix whenever we're on for podcast wise. I listen to Critical Clix a little bit. But that's about it, I guess. The Joe Rogan podcast, we'll throw that on every once in a while. But we honestly, a lot of times, will just talk because we'll carpool, and I'll usually have like 2 or 3 Heroclix guys with me, and that's why we'll listen to some podcasts and stuff, and then we'll just talk about whatever they're talking about amongst ourselves too. So always, usually on the way to the event, always what are we going to see, or what do you think? What can beat, or it's always planning on what do you think you're going to face.
What's Matt Dunham bringing?
No, not anybody specific. It's always in general.
We all talk about Matt Dunham. Is he bringing stupid Magneto again?
Hey, fuck Matt Dunham.
He's recently had a tendency to play tentpole. Is Matt Dunham lately, but I can't knock him for it. He's been being pretty successful with it. He got second with Magneto at the Silver Worlds, and then he won Texas State just recently too. So he's doing pretty good.
What else you got, Scott? Just a bunch of random bullshit.
Go for it.
Oh, we haven't guessed his age yet.
Ah, yes. All right. So,
Good.
80s rock. Kids are young. I'm going to say.
Kids are 4.5.
Man, it's hard with the hat on.
4.5 and 7.
33.
36.
Bingo.
36?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. 2024. There was an arm wrestling competition or arm wrestling match that Cody and I had. Who won, Wes?
Oh, I forgot about that. Wait, was it 2024? Yeah, it wasn't.
2024.
Miles.
Not
No, it
Miles.
was between
Cody
me
or
and
Scott. Cody or Scott.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say, because you're the one asking Scott.
And it was me. Cody didn't even remember doing it.
No, because it was not even a good match. You kind of kicked my ass.
I was prepping for Miles. Where you at, Miles? Let's go.
Ooh,
He's scared.
calling you out.
I'm calling Miles out. Uncle Miles, Hollywood Miles, all the Miles. I'll take them all on at one time.
The whole Miles verse. If you were a superhero, what would your superhero name be? Besides Bubbles.
Bubble Bobble.
Captain Bubbles.
I'm not sure. Captain Curious, something like that. I don't know.
All right, I think I'm ready for the questionnaire now.
All right. So before we get started on that, I just wanted to shout out our Patreon account. If you like and see what you hear and see on our show, we are trying to support the heroes of Heroclix. We wanted to shout out the people that actually play the game, not just the game itself, because we are the people of the game, not just plastic figures on the board. Support what we're doing here. Want to join our Patreon account? We do a drawing at the beginning of every month, and $5 above gets your name put in. For every $5 increment above that gets your name put in again. Right now I have a bunch of LEs, Thundercats Iconics. I got all kinds of good stuff. And then Scott is doing the Scott Madness bracket. So is
men's
like,
bracket for March Madness.
what's that?
Men's bracket for March Madness college basketball. I'm not going to do the female bracket.
I've never filled out a bracket before. I should try it out this year.
So once the NCAA has that posted, Scott's going to put a challenge out to everybody.
The bracket will be set March 15th. On March 15th, hopefully, I get the bracket posted out onto Talkn Clix in the Discord / Facebook page so people can join. If you get first place, I will be giving you a play-at-home Deadpool. Not play-at-home, Deadpool at home, whatever it is. The one where he's reading the book on the
play with himself Deadpool.
Yeah. I'll be giving that to the first place person if they can get first place. They got to beat me plus whoever else is in the.
And I will throw in something on that too. So, mystery surprise with his play with himself Deadpool.
Is it a treasure box? It will be if I send it to you.
All right. So here at Talkn Clix, we have a tradition because this show is all about the players and getting to know you personally. We've been talking to you for about an hour. You've been playing for a long time. You're known as the judge. But people don't really know you inside and out. They don't really know your soul. So I had the scientists down at Talkn Clix Laboratories come up with the perfect questionnaire. It is scientifically proven, genetically engineered to penetrate your inner soul and reveal it to the world. Are you brave enough to answer these questions?
Yeah.
There's one caveat before he begins. If your wife thinks she knows you, she might need to listen to these questions to really know the inside of you.
Okay.
All right. What is the first day of the week?
Sunday.
Would you rather have banks, cats, or AI as your overlord in the New World Order?
Banks, cats, or AI? AI, I guess.
What is a hill that you're willing to die on, but it has to be a petty hill?
Ooh. I think if I don't know if this is die on a hill or not, but I feel like if you're at a stoplight and it turns green and you don't see that it turns green and you don't go right away because you're on your cell phone or you're distracted doing something, I feel like one of your tires should go flat.
Okay, now,
yes.
Hold on a second. Now, how much grace time are you getting? Like half a second, 2 seconds?
Like if I can count to three Mississippi's, you're waiting too long.
So I've had people honk at me if I wasn't already moving when it turned green. I'm like, I'm not psychic.
No, just like one Mississippi,
okay.
You should be going. Like,
would you like to know how to do this, Wes? If you can see the lights on the cross streets there, and that light turns red, you count to three. 1, 2, 3. Unless you're in the turn lane, or there's a turn lane, your light will change. You're ready to go. That's being an aware driver.
Yes,
Yes, I'm also impatient. I'm just being devil's advocate that I get annoyed when people are upset that you're not already moving when it turns green. Like, dude, calm down. You'll get to where you're going. Have a second later. It's okay.
Look, I get annoyed when I'm moving. There's 5 cars in line, and I'm moving when the light's red because they took so long.
Okay. Your turn.
All right, if you could go back in time and strangle the internet in its infancy, would you do it?
If I could do what to the internet?
Strangle it.
Strangle it. So I don't think internet has been the issue. I think internet has been great. I think the smartphones having social media on them constantly has been more of the problem. I think internet's been fantastic. I think social media on phones all the time has been bad.
I love it.
That has been the
So
consensus among everybody, I think.
really, yeah. So if I could go back, I would strangle social media, like go back to MySpace and try to stop that from getting taken off. And then,
Well, sorry,
they
Tom,
just-
you're not my
MySpace
friend
was
anymore.
awesome, dude.
I'm just saying, like that's what led to, social
So,
media being.
You don't want to have Tom as everyone's friend?
No, Tom was horrible.
Tom was horrible.
All right, you just came home from an event. How long does it take before you put your Clix back in their box?
Oh, terrible, long time. This is a box of every Clix that I've played. Whoop. This is a box of every Clix that I've played in the past probably year. So, a long time. I have no, I'm really bad about putting them away. Like
I
probably
try.
on average at least a month.
I put them
before I
away
put
and
it
then I
away.
pull them right back out for something else. And it may be 5 to
There's-
10, but it
there's-
stays out for a month.
There's pulp stuff here on my desk, like from X of Swords, that I haven't played since like that was legal. So
Oh, wow. So 3 years?
yeah, some of that stuff's been on the desk for a little bit.
So there was about 6 months to a year where I was trying my own life hack of these are the figures I'm going to be grabbing most often. So I'm going to put this in the box by themselves. So they're there. I don't have to go digging
I have
for it.
that.
And then next event comes around and I need that figure. And I'm looking in the box of the set that they should be in. I'm like, I lost my Thor. And like, oh yeah, he's in that other box with all the other stuff I grab regularly.
So this is how I usually store my HeroClix. I have these card boxes. They're the big full card boxes, and I cut a booster off and tape it on the ends. And I have those in like a whole card tower over here on the side.
I know a guy that used to do that too. Mike Eskew
Show you
used to
those.
store them like that.
So I have all those. And then that's for the regular sets. And then I have another box like this that has my meta or more used stuff, per se.
Nice.
So that's stuff that I use more often. That's generally my.
Are you ready for a hard hitting question?
Sure.
Who is on your Mount Rushmore of HeroClix opponents?
HeroClix opponent. Isaac AB. Lucas Van Hollen. Two more. I'll go ahead and put Matt Donham on there. He's always giving me good games. And here we go for sure. Mike Eskew.
His name gets mentioned a lot.
Mike Eskew is on there too. Yeah, I don't. The first Mike, Isaac, and Lucas never beat any of them yet. And Matt, I've only beat a few times, but me and him meet in tournaments quite a bit, and it's always a good game. So probably a good for me personally to this point. It's a good list. Honorable mention Kenny Minks because he's always giving me really good games, and those always mean a lot too. So
all right, Wes, you're up.
No, oh yeah, it is mine. All right, what is your favorite breakfast cereal?
Cocoa Pebble.
If you could have dinner with anyone throughout history, who are you eating with, and what are you eating?
Anybody throughout history. I'll go ahead and.
Is it the extra from Schindler's List?
No. I'll go with my great grandpa, but I want it to be when he was younger than whenever I knew him because he was already older with Alzheimer's. So, but it would be great to eat with him when he was a little bit younger and I was a little bit older. And
awesome. I love the answer. Most people try and pick someone throughout history, and I'm like, that somebody somewhere is going to pick family.
No, yeah. he liked to tinker a lot with everything. So like he had a good workshop. He was an engineer and stuff like that, and he just liked to work with stuff and knew how to fix everything at the time because he was born like in 1912, I think. So he saw everything change all the way up until he died in 2003, I think. So been quite a while, but it would be cool to talk to him about the change from the change in 100 years of American history is so crazy to talk about when you talk about from like 1905 to 2005, like the technology, everything that changed from then to now. That would have been really cool to talk about with him.
Yeah.
What would we eat? I don't know.
Cocoa
Some sort of
Pebbles?
barbecue brisket. I like brisket.
No Cocoa Pebbles?
No, not for
No,
for
dinner
dinner.
with them?
Some sort of steak or brisket. That would be good.
All right, I'm going to throw an odd one in here. If I came to your house and put a blindfold on and reached into your junk drawer, name something I'm going to pull out.
Battery.
What size battery?
Oh, probably double A first. Triple A's are in the back. Double A's are pretty close to the front though.
I love it. I love it. If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Probably red. I get upset sometimes, so I feel like I have an attitude. Not upset, but I have a short fuse as far as my temper sometimes. I feel like red would be pretty appropriate.
Do you sing when you're in the shower or the car, and what are you singing?
In the car, not in the shower. What am I singing? Just whatever's on the radio. I like to sing country music more so than other styles of music because I feel like I can imitate it better. I grew up listening to it, so I feel like I can sing it better.
All right. What is the last book you read? Audiobooks and comic books count.
Oh,
You have children, so I'm sure you read bedtime stories from time to
Well,
time.
there you go. Okay, if those count. We'll go with the Frozen 5-minute stories for bedtime. There we go. And
All right,
we
I'm
read
gonna
through that whole
I'm
thing.
going to find a book and send it to you. I loved reading it to my kid whenever he was around those ages. I can't even think of what it is. It's called Stuck. The book
Okay.
Stuck. I love that book.
All right.
My
Do you
mom's a
guys remember a book? It was a childhood book, novel type story. It was a series of 3 called Bunnicula. It was about a vampire rabbit that only sucked vegetables.
Yes, I remember Bunnicula.
I love that story. I tried to get my daughter to read it, and she was like, "This is dumb. I'm not reading this."
It was black and white too, right? Like I think I remember seeing that. Let's see.
It like sucked all the color out of the vegetables. It was a great story. I was obsessed with that book when I was a kid.
I used to love watching Goosebumps books. I was big into Goosebumps books when I was a kid.
Yep. All right. What tastes better, round or square pizza?
Probably round pizza. Doesn't really matter, but the crust is better on round pizza.
Ooh, animal time. Could you beat an anteater in a fight with no weapons?
I would like to think so. I don't think they're too terribly big, but they do have very sharp front claws.
Yes.
And I don't know how I would necessarily hurt an anteater.
Get on its back and try and choke it out.
Yeah, because I mean, how big is an anteater? Probably like 100 pounds or less. It's probably less.
Let's go see. A giant anteater is 6 to 8 feet from nose to tail and weighs anywhere from 60 to 140 pounds.
Wow, that's bigger than I thought.
Yeah,
that's a
the
big dog.
Size of it's bigger than I thought.
That's a lot bigger than I thought. I was thinking like raccoon size.
No.
Anteaters, especially the ones that go after like the big tall termite mounds down in Africa are huge.
All right.
I don't know.
Who is your Disney princess?
Jasmine
From
Aladdin.
Animated or live action?
Animated.
Definitely.
All right. How old were you and how many tries did it take to get your driver's license?
I was 16 when I got it, and I didn't have to try. or I guess I took the test one time. Well, I didn't have to do a driving test because I did the permit with my parents.
What?
Yeah, I didn't ever have to do a driving test. I just had to go in and take the written test, but I only took that once and passed them and got my license. It was easy.
Should we, as people, have to redo that certification?
To know like the rules, the laws,
Yes,
and stuff.
the test and the driving part.
I think yeah, maybe once every 7 years or so, probably wouldn't be too bad. Because eventually you're going to get too old, and then you shouldn't be driving.
They just
anymore.
take it away
And
from your vision. That's how they go and take it away. They don't do it off of skill anymore.
Yeah, I think having to retake it after a certain age is probably going to be appropriate at some point. I don't see why that wouldn't be a accepted thing, because to have to pass at a certain point.
Look, I want to say, anytime you get in a vehicle accident, whether you're at fault or not, you got to go retake your test.
No, wait. I don't want him making the test, though, because he'll say if you're not already moving when the light turns green, you're disqualified and can't have a license.
It be like that sometimes.
I'm a very defensive driver, so I am always very aware of what's going on around me when I'm driving. I always know what's going on behind me, in front of me, that way. So yeah, no, it just bugs me whenever we're at a stoplight. I'm like, you're supposed to be watching the light.
Right. So when the girls are old enough, who's going to get the luxury of teaching them how to drive? You or your wife?
I definitely get to teach them how to drive.
You, Scott?
My wife doesn't want to teach them.
I don't think I teach Cody's kids how to drive.
That
would be weird.
I was a professional truck driver for like 7.5 or 8 years.
Oh, wow.
So I have driven more than most people will ever drive.
I drive a lot.
So, Scott, who's teaching your kids how to drive?
I thought you were asking if I was going to teach Cody's kids how to drive. I mean, like, if he needs me to, I'll try and help, but he's a little far away. He'll probably go to driver's ed. He'll get some experience with both myself and mom behind the wheel. So it's whoever he's more comfortable with.
I don't think they do the permit thing like they used to whenever I got it. I don't think they do that anymore.
They do in Indiana.
I know that they have the permit stuff when they got to go through driver's ed and get a permit, I believe. If not, then you have to go through some different process after you've graduated or however you get it after the fact, where you have to go to some school or whatnot. But it is however it is. I mean,
back then, my mom had to fill out an application to get a packet, and then we went through the packet. I studied all the stuff, filled out papers, and then I had to drive just so many hours with her, and then I passed the written test, and that was it.
All right, so you have successfully completed the Clix questionnaire. You've endured the hot seat. You can wipe the sweat off your brow. Now that you are completely exposed to the Heroclix community, how's it feel?
It feels good. Feels great. I'm glad y'all had me on. It's been a very pleasurable experience. It's been a lot of fun.
All right. So as a reward for completing the questionnaire, honestly, you get to ask us a question.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Which event are you looking forward most to play in this year?
I mean, I'm already doing mine. My favorite event that we do locally is our 4-letter word tournament. It's a lot of fun. It takes us about a month to run through it. So we started it last week, and it's going to be going for the next month.
There you go.
All right. So obviously, Red, White, and Clix is top of my list, but I don't really play in that event, so I'm not going to count that. I am desperately trying to make it down to Worlds this year. That will definitely be my top event of the year if I get to go. But that's always a question mark. But that is the goal.
One of these years, I really want to make it out to Florida. I haven't been able to get the cash together to make that trip one of these times, because I know that's just one of the more expensive trips of the year.
That one's never happening for me.
It's not cheap. And I love how the Uber like to price change what time you get out the airport so they can upcharge you to get where you're going.
Yeah.
Price gouging. Do you have both kidneys?
Yep.
You can go at least once.
No, I'm good.
All right, so
I'll keep them.
Both of you guys, if you could live in any other state or country, I'm assuming state, or country, if you were moved anywhere, where would you want to live?
I would want to live in Florida.
I kind of like Texas. I've been here for a long, long time. Florida's fine too. But I would
Florida's a
love
lot
to go
similar.
experience cultures from other countries. I would love to go to Australia, New Zealand, Japan, India, Madagascar, wherever. I'm down to go wherever.
See, I just don't
Be
like
right back.
extreme temperatures. I don't like the extreme heat and stuff of Arizona and Texas and Florida. But I don't like the extreme cold of Wisconsin and Michigan. But I'm also really tired of the dreary, long winters of Indiana. I want somewhere a little more south where it's a little more even keeled across the board. I am just dead tired of these dead, dreary winters in Indiana. I have like maybe 2 months of enjoyable weather, but usually not enjoyable weather. It gets so unbearably hot and humid that I can't stand it. So yeah, I just want something a little more even keeled across the year.
It's like it was 90 degrees Friday.
Yeah, it was so hot here already. It was February, and it already hit 90 degrees. I was like, that's too hot.
Hey, look, if it's, I don't know, San Diego was awesome. The weather that they had there when I went, the one weekend that I went to San Diego Comic-Con, in the evenings it was in the 60s. In the daytime, it was like 70 something. So it was awesome.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I've really enjoyed talking to you. I am enjoying getting to know all of Scott's teammates on Earthbound and Down.
Hey, look, there's more. There's more.
There's more. We have a pretty decent team.
Are you the Clix Illuminati?
Yes.
Are you the
I
Clix
am the
Illuminati?
Am I?
The Clix Earthbound and Down.
No.
Are you guys the secret force of HeroClix?
No.
I mean, even if we said yes, would you believe it?
No.
Of course not.
Exactly.
Anymore, I don't know what to believe. This whole world has gone topsy-turvy for me, so I don't know what to think anymore about anything. But I do know we are at the end of our show. I've enjoyed talking to you. Do you have any final thoughts for the evening?
No, I just know for Rock Up, they announced, I don't know if it's already out, but it was a reminder that the Scott Porter versus the World is going to be the Venom set for that. So
that's exciting.
Just to make sure to be prepared for sealed event for that. And as far as hotel reservations, to get with Howard, if you still had any issues with getting a room, or to check to see if there's still any more availability if you wanted to do that. Other than that, no. I'm just looking forward to the season of HeroClix. It'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on. It's been
Thanks
a lot
for
of
being here.
Scott?
Same as I've been saying since the beginning of the year. It's okay to not be okay. It's not okay to stay that way.
Be the reason someone smiles today. Between now and next episode, outside of your wife and kids, be the reason someone smiles. That's my final thought.
Good one.
So when you unlock them when you get home, that's not the reason they smile.
When I leave is why they smile. Well, guys, thanks for being here. I enjoyed talking to you both. I look forward to seeing everybody out there at the whatever events are going on. Oops, I forgot to turn my lights on my display case back here. I was wondering why I looked different.
All right. And we got to redo the whole episode.
Yeah. Oh, no. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Look forward to seeing everybody out there. And for everybody on HeroClix Land, as always,
keep on Clixing.
Yeah, have a good night.
Good night.
I guess.
Whoa, Judge Bubble. Whoa. Back in 2012 when the cards pulled them in, Yu-Gi-Oh! Roots, but the dials would win. San Antonio Heat with a rule book glow, stacking interactions like a pro. Monkey nickname, but the title grew from player to judge with a sharper view. When the questions rise and the pressure doubles, everybody turns to Judge Bubbles. He loves the play and he loves the call. Balancing the game means room for us all. Marvel mind with a yellow ring spark. Ultron scheming, but Spidey's got heart. Green means gold. call it clean, call it quick. Judge bubbles making clicks, tick, tick. San Antonio steady in the glow. When the light turns green, you better go, 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 go. From San Antonio, Texas, Judge Bubbles. Whoa, Judge Bubbles.